All right, hello everybody. Welcome back. If you stayed with us for our last broadcast, the women's team, the Falcons, just beat the Merritt Cougars by a whopping 25 points. Amari Mason had a 20-20 game, but we still have one more game left to play tonight on our broadcast as the men's are going to suit up now and play. The Solano Falcons taking on the Merritt Cougars. Again, my name is Blake Molina. I sound familiar, and you've heard me probably for a while now. I'm joined now by Holden Beers, joining me for the first time this semester and in the booth in general. Holden, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so we're going to kind of go into this one quick. Talk to me a little bit about Merritt.
So Merritt right now is about 4-10, and they're more post-heavy team. They get a lot of rebounds per game, and in their one conference game they've had, they dominated by 20 points with the win. Over their last 6, they're about 3-3 though. Kind of been heating up over the season, and their main player is number 13, Kaomi Wilson, averaging 14 points per game and 7 rebounds. Again, they're a very tall and lengthy team. They want to get down in the post and get some layups and draw some fouls. Not a very heavy three-point shooting team, only averaging 15 three-point attempts per game. So what Solano needs to do is force them out to the outside and force some three-point attempts.
Yeah, and speaking of Solano, not probably having the season they thought. They're 2-12 overall. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Actually, oddly enough, their last win was our last broadcast here on the Solano College Sports Network on December 14th against Cosumnes Rivers. They won 82-74. But since then, it's just been, unfortunately, L after L, 4-game losing streak, and they've been losing by, I'm not really the best at math, but 15 points is probably a well-said average. And we are underway as tip-off has commenced, and Merritt takes control. So we have started this one. This is our final game of a doubleheader, and Merritt starting off strong with the 3. That is number 24. Josh Palmer. For Solano, Justice Wilson for the Falcons was named your Solano College Male Athlete of the Month for the month of December. Well done, Mr. Wilson. We hope you have a good game tonight as you're sporting a new headband. Samo, deep 3. That is his range, but just short right there.
Yeah, I like that new hairstyle, too, on Justice.
Yeah, you know what?
It suits him well, yeah.
Yeah, it does. I kind of just noticed that, too, with the headband going. Yeah, whole new kind of look for Mr. Wilson. I'm here for it. Turnover Merritt. Solano will come up with it. So let's set the lineups for you for Solano. I got D'Angelo Chapman, Mr. Wilson, as we've been talking about. Number 3, Jaquise Jones, the sophomore. Samo, another sophomore, number 10. And number 23, Jeremiah Cardwell. Samo, once again a 3. Too strong. Again, rebound Merritt, and for Merritt, Nahom Sahay, number 13, Kamani Laddie, who Holden mentioned, and he turns it over right there. Number 14, Will Comerford, number 21, Mohammed Aziz, and number 24, Josh Palmer, who sank the 3 to start this game off.
Yeah, it looks like Merritt's got number 14, Comerford, guarding up on Wilson to start the game, which is an interesting matchup because he is a more lengthy and taller guard than Wilson. So I think they like that matchup, Merritt does.
Yeah, hey, I like Merritt for kind of thinking outside the box on the defensive end. It shows they've kind of done their homework. Jaquise Jones, a very kind of tough floater, and Merritt's pushing. Landy, high arcing 3 is short. Rebound Merritt. It's going to stay with Merritt. Will Comerford got the offensive rebound, but Mohammed Aziz, number 21, could not hold on to it, but it will stay Merritt basketball.
Yeah, Merritt's going to really have to dominate the boards against Solano this game, especially with the size difference, to really, get ahead in this game and get their 5th win of the season.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think one key for Solano tonight is they rank 9th in three-point attempts and 10th in overall field goal attempts. Nothing wrong with that. I have no issue with chucking up shots as long as they're good shots and they're falling. So hopefully Solano keeps up with that pace and those shots start to fall. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Solano was playing excellent defense, and someone left the door open.
Yep, they're doing exactly what they need to do. Force them to the outside and make them shoot threes, which is what they don't like to do.
Yeah, and yep, they're going to call that a charge. So some one-on-one action, literally, and I mean number one to number one, as D'Angelo Chapman will be called for the foul, or for the charge, excuse me, on Nahom Sahay. Sahay took the charge there. And a very quick substitution. Will Comerford, is out. Excuse me. Eli Hicks is in. Sorry about that, folks. All right, Hicks getting some run early. Landy, good ball movement by Merritt. Joshua Palmer back to Hicks. Tough finish. Gets his own board over Cardwell, and he still gets his own board. Fighting early as Hicks. Mohamed Zids missed. Another one. Man, they were letting him play for a while.
Yeah.
I believe Hicks grabbed 3 rebounds, and that, I mean, he just checked in not even 30 seconds ago, and he already has 3 boards.
I like the effort off the bench from him. Like already coming in and getting 3 offensive rebounds and trying to just get a shot in, you know?
Yeah, we're doing well. So far, just couldn't finish, but Hicks will get called for that foul, and they make a quick substitution as Mohamed is out. And coming in for the Cougars is number 10, Lucas Thorgood. I like that name.
Ooh.
Wow, what a block by Landy.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's very lengthy. He gets those rebounds. He gets those blocks in the post. Solano's got to kick out to three-point. I know they have a very mid field goal percentage from the three-point line, but they got to get out there and get out away from the post.
Yeah, turnover there. D'Angelo Chapman causing the turnover on Hicks, so it'll go to Solano. Solano still hasn't put any points on the board. Merritt is up 3-0. Inbound pass to Wilson. Merritt 1 of 7 from the field. Solano 0 of 4. Wilson, little step back. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, they took 14 out, and he got the matchup he wanted at the three-point line. He just took it and shot it, and that's what Wilson does.
Yeah, straight cash there, as actually that's going to be rolled to 2 because Wilson foot was on the line, excuse me, but he'll get it back himself. Missing, whoa, same team, Jaquise Jones and Wilson there. Chapman, offensive rebound, putback is good. And wow, Merritt's already calling a quick timeout. I mean, they're only down one point. I mean, we just started this game.
Yeah.
Coach is obviously really, really upset about something, but last couple possessions for Solano went well on the offensive end. The defensive end, a little shaky, but nonetheless, I mean, still very early in this game.
Yeah, I mean, Merritt, I think the coaches are just unhappy about how their offense is going. I mean, they're 1 for 7 from the field, and they're being forced to shoot three-pointers. Already shot 3 three-pointers and only made 1 of them, and it was only the only shot they made was that three-pointer, and it was a wide-open 3. But, I mean, everything else just hasn't been going for them on offense at all.
Yeah, Landy took the three-point. Oh, no, excuse me. Josh Palmer was the one that splashed the three-pointer. He shoots a 39.5% clip from 3, so definitely a shooter and someone you don't want to leave open. Kamani Lady, who I was going to address as well, because I thought he took that shot. He's no slouch either. You don't want to leave him open. I round up, but he's shooting 43% from 3 this season. That is dangerous for Solano, but if you're Merritt, you have to love that. 4-3, Solano. Merritt is going to push the tempo a little bit. Lady, nice pass to find Hicks, who cannot finish, but grabs another rebound and another one. This guy's a rebounding machine. 5 rebounds, and he just scored his first 2 points of the game. Cardwell, top of the key. He's looking for Wilson. Gets it to him. Hicks guarding Wilson. Chapman. Nice ball movement here from Solano. Samo. I'd really like to see him in that three-point shot, get it going. I feel like this season in particular, he's been kind of struggling. Cardwell fighting for the ball against Hicks. Man, bodies are flying everywhere. Lady and Merritt finally come up with it. Moving the ball, Palmer. Jaquise Jones on him. Sahay, Lady. over Chapman and Cardwell. Chapman is going to get called for the foul, and Lady will go to the line and shoot 2. Kamani Lady will be looking for his first points of the game.
Yeah, it's so hard to defend him down the post with his long arms, and especially for a guy like Sehi, he just can't get up there and block the shot.
Yeah, really, Lady is just very, lengthy. He's tall. He's got the shot. I mean, he's kind of like just to throw out a comparison. I'm not saying exactly like him, but like a Paul George type, those new, kind of those new era forwards where they're, play offense, they can play defense, they can shoot, they can, it seems like, do just about everything,
do everything
well. You know what I mean? And, the length and the size is also helpful as well. Merritt making a substitution. Out is Josh Palmer, and checking in for the first time, number 12, Jude Rockefeller. I like that last name. What a name. That's a cool last name. Even though you're on the opposing team, I like the name. I'm going to give that to you. All right, nonetheless, Solano is going to bring up the ball here. They're down by 2. 15 minutes left to go in this half. Now, if you're joining us from the women's game, just remember, women's plays by the quarter rule, so 2 quarters and then half. And then for men's, it just is half, so there's only 2 halves, and they are 20 minutes each. So if you're listening or watching us on YouTube, just keep that in mind. Merritt, some 10-on-10 action. Thorgood bodied Samo, but Samo held his ground, and they're going to call the foul on Lucas Thorgood.
Yeah, that was nice defense there by Samo. He knew the charge was coming. He just sat there and took it, and the ref saw it and gave it to him.
Yeah, Samo and Cardwell are out, and we got some substitutions coming in. Number 15 came on, Whitaker, and I don't like to play favorites. Number 21, Matthew Elliott, the sniper. He's had a phenomenal shooting season. Speaking into existence, I do. Mr. Elliott, we might need to change the net already, and we just started the game. Splash down for 3, 7-6. Solano lead.
Yeah, he's more like, if you want to throw another comparison out there, like a Klay Thompson. Especially if he's on, he might have that 30-point quarter. You just never know.
Absolutely. You know what? That's a great comparison from a shooting standpoint, because he had that one game where he made about 4 of them in a row, and that gave me some flashbacks of when Klay Thompson wanted to drop 37 on the Sacramento Kings. And turnover from Solano, but they give it right back to Merritt. I couldn't even tell you who turned it over. It happened so fast.
Yeah, it just shows the length of Merritt right there. He just put his arm across and got the ball when they were on a fast break.
I was just getting ready to say, we were talking about how lengthy Lady is himself. I mean, like Lucas Thorgood, who was in there battling with Sam, lengthy. Judah Rockefeller, who just kind of came in. He's a lengthy body who helped cause that turnover.
Eli Hicks as well, who just got the steal.
Yeah, and he's been a monster on the rebounds already. Yep. Good ball movement from Merritt. That was a very tough mid-range shot, it looked like, for Comer Ford. Moving the ball around. Also checking in on that last whistle was number 11, Ray Holt, for the Falcons. Didn't mean to skip over you, young man. You've been a good shooter for this team as well. My apologies. Will Comer Ford gets called for the foul, and it'll stay with Solano. They'll inbound it under the basket. Jaquise Jones will be the inbounder. Oh, a little miscommunication there. Ray Holt will corral it. Elliott, Wilson. Jaquise Jones, little strong there, but not a bad shot by any means. Whitaker, offensive rebound. No, short by Holt. Whitaker probably should have gone up with it. Oh, but a turnover from Sahay leads to Solano getting another crack at it. I definitely will say that went in Solano's favor. And another Merritt timeout. Not even 7 minutes into the game, and Merritt's coach has already called 2 timeouts. Not hating any by any means, but a little, I want to say a little questionable. I mean, it's kind of early already to call 2 timeouts. Like, if you would have not called the first timeout and called a timeout right here, totally fine.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
already 2 timeouts, I mean, 1 point lead. I mean, they're down 1, excuse me.
Yeah, it just seems like every time they turn the ball over, especially on that fast break right there, he's
first thing he calls
a timeout.
I agree. I noticed that too. I noticed it on this one in particular, but I'm sure the first one's probably the same way, where he saw some and he just start doing the timeout sign. But nonetheless, so we'll have a timeout from Merritt. Solano's up 7-6, 13:22 left in this first half. But stick with us. We have a whole another half to play. We are here on the Solano College Sports Network. We have some doubleheader basketball tonight, so if you stuck with us through the women's game and now this one, thank you very much. We appreciate it, and we hope to bring you some exciting, good basketball. The Lady Falcons already won tonight. Let's see if the men's team can reciprocate that as well. That would be nice if both teams for Solano got the W. By the way, real quick, I just kind of looked up and noticed from an injury report for Solano, Mr. Bennett is out tonight for the Falcons, and he is a big body. I one time, crazy enough, kind of compared him to Sabonis, the way he plays, you know. Like obviously not as big and stuff, but the way he plays, his passing, his ball handling, and stuff like that. So we do wish and hope Mr. Bennett comes back soon and hope everything is all right. I do not know the severity or what kind of injury he has. We do just hope he is okay. Yeah,
Solano's going to miss his hustle on the boards as well, especially in this game.
Absolutely. Elliott just missing that three. Not a bad shot by any means, but you just can't make them all. Merritt is pushing the tempo, and excellent move by Thorgood there. We'll stay with Solano, but man, what a nice move by Lucas Thorgood. He just couldn't finish it.
There's a nice block there by Elliott, actually, for Solano, which caused the turnover.
Yeah, a couple subs coming in for Merritt. Thorgood is out. Lady is out. And Sahey is out. We got Joshua Palmer coming back in. We got Muhammad Ziz coming back in as well for the Merritt team. And then we also have checking in for the first time, number 2, Nick Mangram. Wilson, tough finish. Actually, tough take, great finish.
Yeah.
Mixed up my words there for a minute. Nonetheless, 2 points is 2 points for Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson's just so fast getting to Wilson's just so fast getting to the basket and getting past those big defenders in the post. I mean, I don't know how he does it, but he gets the ball up there without getting blocked.
He's just I'm trying to think of the word. I was going to use a different word, but the word I'll just say now, he's just quick. I mean, there's just the first thing you think about when you look at Wilson is quick. That should be the first thing that comes to your mind. And score, why not?
Shot.
He can do it all. Another tough shot. This one is a little tough fadeaway shot, and he gets it to go. Wilson up 6 points. He has just as many points as Merritt has scored. A Merritt turnover leads to another Solano possession. Solano has an 11-6 lead.
Another turnover by Merritt. I mean, that coach must not right now with their offense.
Hey, you know what? I'm surprised he didn't call the timeout sign. Elliott, too strong there. That one, little.
He'll get another.
Yeah, you can't make them all. He's 1 of 3 right now from 3. Palmer, good shot, just can't finish. Rebound, Elliott. Jaquise Jones will push it up to Wilson. Comer Ford on Wilson. What a take!
He's owning Comer Ford right now in the one-on-one for sure.
God, what a just tough, good, and beautiful move all in one. And if I'm correct, we don't have replay, unfortunately, where we are working on that. But left-hand finish, too.
Yeah.
So good, you know what? Good finish overall. And he has the chance to give Solano a 8-point lead if he makes this free throw. And he's already up to 8 points. He's going strong. A freshman from Vanden, kind of like is their freshman. For the men's team, Wilson is theirs, and they're going to have both those players for both their teams for at least another season or two. That, to me, is exciting if you're a Solano Falcons fan, and just somebody on the court with those individuals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the headband we were talking about earlier on Wilson, I think it's given him some, good luck charm on offense or some extra skill. I mean, he's dominating on the offensive end right now, so if he keeps it up, he's got to keep that headband for the next coming games.
Real quick, Jaquise Jones took a timeout. He didn't want to get the 5-second call. Smart play there. Solano has a 13-6 lead as they were inbounding inbounding the ball. Yeah, I was actually going to make a little joke about that, too. I noticed, I'm going to go NBA for a second. I noticed, I believe it was now about a week ago when Luka put on the kind of headband. He's been going absolutely crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, more crazy than he already goes. And now, you know, kind of like this, Wilson was already one of the better players, especially on the offensive end. He's their leading scorer at about just under, I round up. He averages 18. It's 17.9, but I like to round up. So he averages around that, but now with the headband, I mean, that could even raise those
20 plus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's already got 8 of them. That's not impossible. And you know what? I'll say it, too. It's not impossible he gets in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me the way he's playing to get 20 points in.
If they keep Comerford on him, I mean,
Yeah.
I think Wilson's just been owning him on the offensive end so far. And it seemed like Merritt wanted that matchup, and they just haven't gotten it.
Elliott, wide open, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say it barely touched rim, but it kind of looked like an air ball from where I was from, so I hope that door is at least closed now. Looks like it was slightly open. Turnover on Palmer by Whitaker. Wilson the finish.
Another turnover by Merritt. The Solano defense is playing well tonight. I like it.
They're showing up. A lot of time left in this game and a whole nother half, but right now, I absolutely love what I'm seeing. Jaquise Jones. I'll take that. Oh, wow, that was wow, he took a hard, I mean, he almost made it, but he took a hard foul. I heard him smack the ground from here. I'm glad he is actually okay. He did almost make it, though, too.
Yeah.
So he's going to go to the line to shoot, too. I'm glad he's okay. I saw it happen, like, he hit the ground hard. So I'm very happy he's okay and he's not grimacing or anything because I heard him just smack from here. And he almost made it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a nice floater, too.
Yeah, it was a nice little floater. Just almost an and one floater, which is very rare.
Haven't seen too many of those this season as Jones will make the first free throw. Merritt's just going to make some subs. It looked like Solano was going to make a sub, but they are going to hold off. So Rockefeller and Aziz are going to sub out for Merritt. Sahay checked back in for Merritt, and for the first time coming in for Merritt, number 23, Kadion Sander. He's in there as well with Josh Palmer. Lady checks back in, and number 14, Will Comerford. Lady, good move, and they are gonna call a foul. Don't know if I agree with that. For Solano, let's set their lineup for you. We got Ray Holt in there, number 11. Kimion Whitaker, number 15. Samo's in there, number 10. Hopefully he can get that three-point shot to get going. Matthew Elliott's been in there, number 21. His shot's a little rusty right now, but still early in this game. And, of course, so far the star of the show, so to speak, Mr. Wilson, Justice Wilson, number 2. Also the Solano Falcons Men's Player of the Month for the month of December. And it looks like so far in this game he might get that award back-to-back in January if he keeps up his good play.
Yeah, going back to that foul, I mean, Lady, he's just so tall and lengthy. It's so hard to call that foul or not on him, especially when there's 2 guys in front of him. They're always going to call that. It's just it's a tough call to make for the ref. And
you said the key word in that sentence, the length.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Wilson's got to work. Oh, my God. I would have had no words for that shot. That was a one-legged dirk over two players, but he's been that on tonight. Anyways, he misses it, and Merritt will come back. Palmer working the paint but can't finish. Rebound Ray Holt, and Samo's going to push it up here as we have about less than 10 minutes left in this first half. Solano does have a 17-7 lead. Wilson's going to get called for the travel there, and for once I agree with the ref. A little stutter step there. It happens. I know he's upset and mad. I could tell by his face. It happens. Just let it go. Let that go.
Yeah, I mean, 10 minutes into this game, Merritt only has 7 points total in the entire first half, and Solano, I got to give credit to their defense. They're forcing tough shots, making them miss, forcing a lot of turnovers, which is what I like to see from the Solano Falcons team.
Yeah. Real quick, Solano made a sub. Whitaker out, and number 23, Cardwell, in as Lady makes that shot over Cardwell. Elliott. Oh, he was open for a split second, and Kadion Sander, nice closeout on him in the corner. Samo off his own foot. Luckily, it stays with Solano. 14 seconds left on that shot clock. Wilson's got some time to work. Don't gotta rush. Step back three. No good.
That was a heat check. That was a heat check.
Yes, he almost made it, and excuse me, that was a stutter step, not a step back. My apologies. Sander passes up to Lady all the way, and no, misses the tomahawk jam. Missing there from Sander. Good defense from Solano. They're fighting tough. Rebound Ray Holt. Cardwell was in there fighting as well. Samo. Wilson. Yeah, that's the right call. Charging call. Sahey is going to take another charge. He's already taken 2 in this game.
Yeah, I mean, on that last possession for Merritt, it just seemed like nothing could go in. Those layups, and then Lady's dunk, he was wide open, and he just misses it.
And that would have been an emphatic tomahawk slam, too, but he did miss. Quick substitutions for Solano. Wilson and Elliott getting well-deserved rest. Checking it back in is Jaquise Jones, number 3, and number 0, the freshman, Mr. Trey Knight, who I've grown fond of. He's been one of those guys that, wow. That's a good foul by Cardwell, but if that was clean, that would have been a nasty block. Anyways, let me go back to Trey Knight for just a quick sec. A freshman I've been very impressed with. He gets, how do I say it, kind of scattered minutes, I guess. You know, there's times where he's in the rotation. There's other times where he's maybe only getting, like, 5 minutes of play, But in those, what I'm trying to lead up to is in those minutes in that time as a freshman player trying to prove yourself to the coach to get you more run or maybe even move into the starting lineup for next year, you never know.
Yeah.
He shows that, and especially if his three-point shot stays consistent, he'll definitely have a spot in the rotation. And potentially if the skills come around, we could see this guy in the starting lineup. It wouldn't shock me in the future.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got the skill set and the potential. It's there.
For a freshman, I like his effort whenever he's in it. And especially on the defensive end, when he's on ball on the perimeter, he's a very good defender.
And he's a smaller player,
too. He's a smaller guard, yes.
Yeah, I like that, too. Exactly. Also checking in for the first time, number 4, Miles Gunter. We had these guys, they came through for Media Day back in the start of December, towards the end of November. These are all, they're good basketball players too, but overall personalities. And, Jaquise Jones just missing that. And Trey Knight is there to help Gunter. Knight for 3! Short, good shot though. Jaquise Jones fighting with Comerford. And that's going to stay with Solano. Like I was saying, these guys are good basketball players, but they're great guys off the court. Talked to some of them. They joined Miles, Gunter, and Wilson kind of jumped into one of our sports conversations, and they were speaking good points. This is a good group of guys from a player standpoint and personality standpoint, and that, to me, is the kind of team you want to have.
Yeah, I mean, Solano is really battling Merritt on the boards right now, especially with the size difference, especially on the – they're getting offensive rebounds off of that was 2 offensive rebounds on that last possession for them, and Knight was he caused one of those offensive rebounds, which I liked. It goes to the effort we were talking about him.
They're gonna call that foul, and Sahey Gunter kind of gave him a bit of an elbow, and I believe he's gonna go to the line to shoot 2. Yeah, and Holton, you were talking about the offensive, the rebounding in general for both teams, but the offensive rebound for Solano. Solano's actually losing that battle 8-6. It's only a differential of 2, nothing crazy. But in the shoulder rebound department, Merritt is actually leading that department with 18, Solano with 15. So it might not look like it, but Merritt is kind of keeping up with Solano with defensive statistics. It's their offense that's struggling. They're currently shooting 15% from the field, 3 of 19 overall, 1 of 4 from 3, as Solano shooting 31%. 1 of 9 for 3, so I'm sure both teams will want to raise those shooting percentages. Both free throws are good by Miles Gunther, and Solano has an 8-point lead, 19-11, 7:40 left to go in this first half, but stay with us. We have a whole nother half of basketball to play. Lady, Jaquise Jones on him. This is kind of a mismatch if you're Lady, or maybe not. Jaquise Jones picking some pockets. Samo's going to push the tempo a little bit. I like that. Slow it down. Very smart. Slow it down. Let Jaquise Jones kind of run the offense. Yeah. Lady. Oh, Samo. If I'm the coach, I'm yelling at you.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to run a fast break against this team. It's smart by Samo right there to just stop and let the offense come together.
And he's going to get the foul called. Nice take by Samo. It's going to be good. Nice move by Samo. And it's going to be 1-1. Good. So he's going to get a free throw and not a bounce. Free throw is good. Merritt substitution, number 1, Sahay out. Number 2, Nick Mangrim checking in. Samo, both free throws are good. Lucky bounce slash roll, so he increases Solano's lead to 10. Mangrim, Gunther on him. Gunther, that energizer bunny, so to speak, off the bench, whether it's offense or defense, or you know what, he can get loud too. Like he doesn't talk like trash talk, but you know, he's talking out there. He's yelling, you know what I mean? I like players like that. What a dunk by Jude Rockefeller.
That was a nice pass by Lady there too.
Yeah.
Going towards out of bounds, he just found him right in the post.
The setup in the finish as Gunther the push off on Comerford. So that'll be a Solano turnover. Merritt will take over. Trey Knight is out. Wilson is right back in as the offense has struggled just a little bit since he's gone out. I think maybe, I'm not a coach, but maybe pulling Trey Knight a little too early. I would have maybe pulled someone else. That's just me though. But anyways, we resume play here. Merritt, handoff Lady. Samo on him. And Samo's going to draw that foul. Yeah, nice indeed. And it looks like from where I was, Samo took a shot to the face, and I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah, right from Lady's shoulder.
Yeah, the shoulder. He's all right, though. I mean, he's in that corner. He's ready to go. He's not grimacing. So, nonetheless, Solano gets a crack at it.
Yeah, I mean, Samo's a tough guy.
Absolutely.
He can take that.
Oh, of course, yeah. I've been, he's been around for a couple seasons now. I know his game well, and he is a tough player, no doubt about it. Shaquise Jones thought about that shot. Gunther, good ball movement from Solano. Wilson, tough, difficult shot. And nope, Cardwell cannot save it. You like the hustle as always though by Mr. Cardwell, but couldn't save it. So Merritt will end up with it here. Coming forward, inbounder to Nick Mangrim, who will orchestrate the show for the the Cougars.
I'd like to see if they keep Comerford on Wilson for the rest of the half to see if they want to keep that matchup, especially with how well Wilson has been playing.
They're going to call Wilson for, this is just me, a ticky-tacky foul. So Will Comerford will go to the line and shoot 2. He will look for his first 2 points of the game. No good there. It was a 1-and-1. Lucky break for Solano as they will bring it up slowly. Samo. Gunter, corner, decides to pull it himself. Oh, in and out, and that has to be one of the most lopsided in and outs I've seen with my own eyes. Good passing. Another missed dunk from Lady. That's 2 dunks, and he was wide open like you said.
And he had 2 hands on the ball this time, and he still missed.
One of the old sayings I learned is 2 hands for safety, but I guess you need a more safety than that. Wilson working. Mangrim fell to the floor for a second. Number 2, forgive me, I don't know what they actually called, but
it's almost like they're calling a flopping call on the guy that Wilson was posting up.
I thought it's kind of hard to hear with our headsets and the other noises around us. It almost seems like, I thought I just heard the announcer say delay of game. If I heard that correctly. Hey, 3 points for Solano. Let's just not complain about it, I guess. Anyways, Solano is at the line, and they are going to get the ball right back. No, they're not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a delay game is just one free throw, and then it's goes to the other team's possession.
I guess I was just a little confused on the delay of game
that's
call,
a
or maybe
very
I just
rare call.
missed it. Yeah, I mean in basketball it's a rare call. Yeah. Anyways, nonetheless, we're gonna move on. 4:45 left to go in this first half. Solano does have a 9-point lead. Another 1-and-1. I believe that one's gonna be on.
I think it was on Gunter when he was guarding Lady.
Yeah. So Lady, chance. It's a 1-and-1. If he makes it, another free throw. If he misses, it is live. He'll make the first. Lady makes them both.
He seems pretty automatic from the free throw line.
You know what? I think besides the few misses we've seen, I mean, he kind of looks like he has a pretty good skill set. I think he's pretty automatic in general.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Wilson. Tough finish. Gets the lefty roll and the bounce for the score. Tough finish, but I mean, that's just, things have been going his way. He's now up to 13 points, and he has scored just as many points as Merritt has scored. Merritt has 15 total points as a team.
I mean, that's just what Wilson does. He finds a way to get a shot he can take, and he just gets it in the bucket.
Yep, absolutely. Wow, nice ball movement by Merritt. Almost a turnover, but they used some good ball movement. They just couldn't corral the shot. Comerford with a miss. Jaquise Jones got it and took it himself. Wilson will run the offense. 18 seconds left to go on the shot clock.
I mean, despite the open three-pointer that Merritt had, I mean, Solano's doing a pretty good job on defense of keeping them on the outside and forcing them to take threes.
Gunther, mid-range shot is no good. Oh no. Oh, Wilson, no. Come on. Oh,
I mean, Lady, if he made those two dunks, he'd have 12 points right now. He's got 8, and
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't like to say he's playing great with besides those 2 dunks, but he could have double-digit points right now before we go into half.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Solano's going to make a plethora of substitutions. So, Gunther, Whitaker, and Wilson are out. Ray Holt, Cardwell, and number 21, Matthew Elliott are in the game. They join Jaquise Jones and Samo. Merritt is making some subs as well. Nick Mangrim out. Sahay is back in. And yeah, the subs, okay. I was making sure that whistle was for the substitutions. And looks like some more Merritt substitutions. Eli Hicks checking in for number 10, Lucas Thorgood.
Looks like Merritt's going to a full or like a half-court press.
Yeah, they're working, and it works so far. Turnover by Merritt. Jaquise Jones! Oh, he almost saved it. Lady. Good D by Jones.
That was good effort.
That was great effort.
I mean, he fell over the bench and came back and contested the shot.
I mean, you know what? He had a hand on the ball, too. It was just one of those things where you played good defense and the shot just went in. I mean, nonetheless, Solano still has a 14 lead as Jones. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Samo working. Out deep for Elliott. Too strong there. Rebound, Cardwell gets blocked.
Looked like he tripped over Elliott, or he tripped over Elliott. Or excuse me, not Elliott, Cardwell.
I think Cardwell and Mohamed Aziz, number 21 for Merritt, kind of got tangled up there. And yeah, the refs are going to talk about it and see there was like intentional tripping.
It didn't look intentional to me. He was kind of on the ground after the scuffle in the post, and
you know what?
They were on the fast break. I think it was just an unintentional trip.
To me, it just kind of happened. It was like one of those bang bang things. Like 1 minute I see Cardwell on the ground, the next I see Lady on the ground. You know what I mean? So I don't know what they're going to call here, but, I mean, I feel like nonetheless both teams lose out, whoever wins the call. Still waiting on the call. He's calling coach. Ref is calling. The coach is over. Unless I missed something or there was some talking, I don't think it was this serious where we need to huddle the coaches and the referees. I mean, we're kind of just wasting time at this point. Unless, like, I missed some trash talking because we obviously can't hear. But, I mean, yeah, I don't think it's that serious. Just assess some fouls or something and go from there.
I think they're just going to give him a 1-and-1. Flagrant 2.
Wow, okay, so from what I have gathered, Cardwell has been ejected of flagrant 2. I would assume it's for intentional tripping. I'm just going to go off that from what I saw. There might have been some words after. I'm not too sure. But flagrant 2, he's out. Mohamed Ziz, number 21, is shooting the technical free throws. He missed the first and made the second. So without Cardwell, you lose some energy, you lose a big, you lose a rebounder.
Yeah.
You do have Kimion Whitaker, who is a lengthy, solid body. He's big, he gets boards, he can work in the paint. So you are losing a lot because Cardwell is your energy guy, but you're replacing it with good energy as well. So hopefully for Solano, they can maybe use this as some fire and kind of say, let's win this one for Cardwell and pull out this dub. Merritt has crept back, though. They're only down 4.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very aggressive call there by the refs to give him a flagrant 2 on a – it was almost an intentional trip. I mean, I don't know. I don't really agree with that one, but I wasn't there for any talking or anything.
Well, I mean, let's just say it was intentionally tripping. Let's say Cardwell decided to pull the ankle or whatever. I mean – like, it didn't lead to nothing else. He didn't fall. It's not like Ziz got hurt or he fell super hard. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a dirty play. I'm not taking Cardwell's side by any means. But I would have maybe given that a flagrant 1 with a technical or something. I mean, a flagrant 2, it's a little harsh. I agree with you on that. But I do feel like, regardless, something did need to be called. Flagrant 2, though, might be a little too much. Quick substitution for Solano. Matthew Elliott out, and the freshman, number 0, Trey Knight, is in. We saw a little bit of Trey Knight to start around the 10-minute mark, but he got subbed out rather quick. Ray Holt ran into a double. Trey Knight is open. Splash that young fella. Short on the 3. Solano's threes are struggling. What a save and nice effort by Trey Knight. Whitaker gets up and puts it back. Nice ball movement.
What a save there by Knight.
Yeah, what a save indeed. Into the hands of Holt, and then Holt with a nice dime from Whitaker. All 3 of those men deserve credit for that possession alone, even though Whitaker did finish. Good D, too, by Solano. And Ziz. Double. And 3-second violation. Mohamed Ziz is going to be called for that one.
Good defense there by Solano to keep him in the post, and there was no one open for those 3 seconds, which caused the 3-second violation.
Yeah, game getting a little intense, even kind of before the Cardwell action. Merritt is only down as Jaquise Jones hits that midi. 28-22, Solano, that is his bread and butter. If I were to give anybody an A-plus shooting grade, it would be Jaquise Jones' mid-range shot, as that is automatic. They're going to call a foul. It's going to be on the floor.
Well, that's what happens when Solano's going to beat the press. They're going to have guys and shooters open, which they have. They have good shooters on their team, and if they're going to be open, that's cash money every time.
Yeah, and that foul is going to go on number 11, Ray Holt. And I do apologize. I thought it was on the floor. It's actually going to be free throws as both teams are in the bonus. And 1 minute and 18 seconds left in this very now intense, kind of high energetic first half. Solano was running away with it for a little bit, but Merritt has fought back, and potentially the Jeremiah Cardwell ejection could have been the fuel they needed for them. 1-and-1, but I believe they're going to call a foul on Ray Holt.
Yeah, I think they're saying he pushed Ziz off of him when Ziz was going for the rebound.
Huh. I mean, it's kind of one of those flip a coin things. Could go either way type of foul. Nonetheless, Mohamed Ziz, number 21, is going to go to the line. He'll miss the first, but he'll get a chance at one more.
Ball don't lie, that's all I got to say.
Well said, my friend, well said. Real shooting slumps from 3. Ziz goes 1 of 2. Merritt is 1 of 5, 20%. Solano 1 of 12, 8.3% from 3. Yikes. If I can say anything going into the half for both teams, work on the 3-point percentage.
And also for Merritt, I mean, they're getting to the free throw line a lot, but they are only 66% from the free throw line so far. I mean, if they are making some more free throws, they're right in this game, like tied up or have the lead.
Yeah, and I believe, there's some real extracurriculars and talking going on. I don't know if it's between players, like, jawing at each other, like both teams, or it's players jawing at the referees. I'm not sure what's going on. But the refs again. Solano takes a timeout. Again, the refs are huddling up, and they had to separate the teams for a second. I mean, it didn't look like any scuffles. But nonetheless, 1:07 left in the half. Solano is up 28-24, but the Merritt Cougars are hanging around, and they're fighting. And, I mean the shooting slumps kind of are the story here of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, Merritt is only down 4, but they're shooting 21%, 5 of 23 from the field. Solano has the lead, but they're shooting just about 32%, 10 of 31. I mean, if I was to look at these shooting stats and you were to ask me who's winning, I would say they'd be tied or nobody's winning.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of those things.
I mean, it's just also a great defensive game by both teams. I mean, Solano's forced 12 turnovers to Merritt, which is they average 16 a game, and they're almost to that margin, and it's almost the end of the first half.
And we have a whole other half to play. Yeah, you were talking about the turnovers. Holden, let me jump back into that conversation real quick. So you said Merritt 12 Merritt in the turnover department. Jaquise Jones misses the free throw. I believe there was a technical, so he misses that one. Anyways, what I was going to say, Solano has 13 points off turnovers compared to Merritt's 6, so that is kind of the deciding factor in their lead, along with some other things as well. Jaquise Jones goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Those were technical shots. I don't know exactly on who or what was going on, but nonetheless, Falcons get a chance at the ball. 29-24, 1:07 left.
It's almost like they called a flagrant 1 on someone on Merritt. He got 2 free throws and they got the ball.
Yeah, it must have been, again, just kind of, everything's kind of happening bang, bang with the fouls and the extracurricular activity. It's kind of hard to keep up sometimes. But, yeah, it looks like that was the call. Good knowledge, Mr. Holden. Samo, a tough turnaround mid-range. And it's gonna stay with Solano.
Yeah, his foot was stepped out of bounds when he was throwing it back in and tried to throw it off of Samo, which is a very, smart basketball move, but he was already out of bounds, so it didn't even matter.
That's kind of overdoing it. Jaquise Jones. Ooh, Samo wants that 3, I know. Holt, 3-pointer on the way. It's good. Splash down. Right as Hicks was closing out on him, Ray Holt decided to say, that's my shot, I'm going to take it. And he gives Solano.
Yeah, that's what Solano needs to start doing is keep making those threes. I mean, they were only 1 of 12 from 3. I mean, if they start hitting those, they're going to create a huge margin.
Oh, they're going to run away with it if they start hitting their threes. Absolutely. 32-24, Solano has an 8-point lead. We have 24 seconds left in this first half, but stay with us after the first half. We got a whole nother half to play, and we'll be right back to join you once this half is over. Hicks going to get the friendly roll and make the first free throw. Solano's going to call a timeout after the first Merritt free throw. Kind of a late one for us. Usually we only do the one game. Now we're transitioning into those doubleheaders. I know quite well from my time being in this class and in this program from my first semester to my, this one. The doubleheaders are long, they're bearing, and depending on the games, you never really know what could happen, but they're good for the experience, and they help you out, and they help all of us out in the way. So always good. And, you know, if you're taking the class looking for that grade, those hours come in handy as well. Speaking of, if you are, classes haven't started just yet, but you can still sign up if you're interested in broadcasting, working behind a camera, technical stuff, graphic design, or you just love sports and want to talk about it. Come join the Solano College Sports Network. Add sports broadcasting. It should be 75B is the class. If you want to add it with our professor Greg Poff, the man in charge that runs the show. He's been doing a phenomenal job for many years. From the time I've been here, he's, you know, since I've joined, he's been very helpful. He's given you criticism, good and bad. You know, he just wants to see you succeed, even though he'll be hard on you and stuff. He wants to see you succeed. So if you're interested in any of those things, please add the class and join. Always looking for new people, and you never know, you could be doing what I do, or you could be working behind a camera, whatever you like. Holden, you've transitioned a little bit, mostly behind the camera last semester, going into this semester, maybe a little more in the booth, maybe, you know, 50-50 camera booth, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I started the class behind the camera. I was a little, like, shy to get into the booth, but, like, now that I'm in the booth for the first time, I mean, I'm having a
It's a fun.
Yeah.
Trey Knight missing that wide open. Had a rough night from three. Jaquise Jones coming up with a steal with 9 seconds left. Solano 32-25 for Trey Knight. It's going to stay with Solano. 1.7 left. I don't think they'll put any extra time left, but 1.7 you can work with. It'll be out of bounds under the basket. Knight will inbound.
They're going to bring him out around to the corner, and they're going to try to get him to shoot three. Yeah.
Jones, a three at the buzzer!
What a shot!
Wow! Jaquise Jones, three-pointer at the buzzer, and that's a good way to end the half if you're the Falcons. 35-25 is the score going into the half. Jaquise Jones making the three. But it's been him and Wilson. They each got over double digits. Wilson with 13. Jaquise Jones after that three has 12. So that dynamic duo is playing well. Kamani Lady is the leading scorer for Merritt. He's up to 10 points as well. So we'll be right back for the start of the second half. Solano has a 35-25 lead over the Merritt Cougars after that awesome buzzer beater from Jaquise Jones. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the second half.
What's up, y'all? This is Trey Knight. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
Get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you know, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it, so.
Joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
We're going to go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three. It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots.
The sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 864-7000.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us here on the Solano College Sports Network for another episode on campus. I am here with Hannah Del Rio, one of our Solano volleyball players. Would you like to tell us a little bit about where you're from?
I'm from Vacaville, California.
Okay.
I've been here since I was little.
Yeah.
I played high school ball, middle school. I've started in 7th grade.
Okay.
So I've been playing for a while.
Yeah.
I played at Wilsey Wood.
Wilsey Wood?
Yeah.
Okay. That's where you went to high school?
Yeah, I went to Wilsey Wood High School in
Okay.
Vacaville.
Did you like playing there?
I did. I've had a few bad experiences there with like coaches and stuff. It was not really the best, but overall, yeah, I did. Like I made a lot of friends, and it was like
good.
fun. That's like more of
awesome.
that aspect.
So you said you first started playing volleyball when you were in 7th grade.
Yeah.
So you're about like 12, maybe?
Yeah,
11?
somewhere around there. Yeah.
11, 12. What position did you play when you first started?
Setter.
You were a setter.
I was a setter.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
interesting. Did you like doing that?
I wasn't good. I was definitely on the second team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to work my way up there, but yeah, no, I was definitely not.
Were you tall when you were younger too?
Yeah, I was a little taller. Yeah, but they just put me as setter. Like they're like, "Oh, you're a setter," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll take it."
That's funny. So how long were you setter for until you started playing middle?
I think they took me out 8th grade.
8th grade, and then you started playing middle?
Yeah, I started playing I played middle.
Did you like that better?
100%.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you still play that now?
Yeah.
Still play that now, and you're
stuck
happy with that?
Oh yeah, 100%.
If you could play any position, is that the one you would pick?
Maybe libero.
Okay, passer.
I want to be a passer. That's a dream.
One day.
I love middle blocker, so.
That's good. You're good at it too. So what made you start playing volleyball?
My sister.
Your sister.
So my sister played travel ball, and I would always go to her games, and I was just like, that looks
starstruck.
fun. Well, yeah, because I played like a couple of sports, so I tried them all, and I was like, I want to try volleyball because she played, and I was like, that looks fun. And yeah, I started from her. She definitely was like the one person that like made me want to play.
And your sister used to play here, right?
Yeah, she played here before a couple years for me.
Wow, and Coach Darla was her coach too?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Small world.
Yeah.
What are some things that you enjoy about being on the Solano Falcons team?
I think definitely getting a lot of reps in. You get to play a lot.
Yeah.
The friendships you make. That's my favorite part of volleyball. Having all the laughs with everyone. Like everyone just ever since like I came here, we all got along. Like it was never like drama or anything.
Yeah.
Like it was always like such a good team. Like that's my favorite part. Like having the friendships here.
Yeah.
And then being able to like learn more and grow more in my position. Coach Darla knows like what she's talking about.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, so it's definitely like helps me a lot and prepares me for a 4-year. And that's why I liked being here.
Yeah, that's awesome. What are some things that you'll always remember about this team? Like looking back on it, or like from any other team, like what makes it different, and what are some things that you'll remember?
I think this, like the team we have right now, will be the most like memorable for me because definitely like my favorite team I've been on. I'm close with like everyone on the team.
Yeah.
Like we all like each other. We all have like our jokes. That's like something I'll always remember. Just any jokes that we have of like maybe Erica calling the ball out when it was so in, and you're like, no, that was in. Or just like certain things of like when Coach Darley gets mad, we're all just like, okay, focus up, like let's go guys, don't laugh, like don't look at Erica, like no. Just things like that. Like I think I definitely will stay in touch with like everyone on the team.
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
That's something like will be my favorite. That's why I'm sad to leave. But yeah.
And you wanna keep playing, right? You wanna go to a 4-year?
Yeah. I wanna go to a 4-year.
But no snow.
No snow. No. That's not and not a place that's way too hot.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to like melt.
That's fair, especially in a gym practicing.
Right. No air conditioning, that'd be crazy.
That would not be fun. Is there anything that you could tell like your past self about what you know about volleyball now? Like anything that you know that you wish you knew when you were younger?
Definitely. Ooh, that's a good one. Maybe like I don't know. When I was little, I didn't think I would like go as far. I think it's just a sport.
It's fun,
like, It's fun, you know. But like maybe like you're really gonna get this far. You're really gonna go to a 4-year. You're gonna do all that. Probably just like preparing myself. Like, I mean, maybe take it more seriously because I think when I was younger, I took it seriously, but not as seriously as I should have.
It's hard though to know, like you don't know how far it's gonna get you or how you're gonna develop a love for it and be like, wow, like if I really took it seriously like a job when I was 12, you know, where would I be now? But it's a little unrealistic too because you gotta still be a kid and live your life and have fun, figure things out. What are some things that you love most about volleyball? Like certain game plays or what's your favorite play to run?
I think like running fast plays. Yeah. I love the fast plays.
Me too.
So just like hitting like around the blocker or even blocking the ball and it goes straight down. Those are my favorite type of blocks. Yeah. And then just like looking at them like, I just blocked your ball. Like, what you gonna do now?
I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Or if they block you, like you want to go harder in the next one, you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna let you block me again. Like I'm gonna hit around you type thing. Just like challenging yourself like after they block you or something and you're just like, no, I got the next point.
Yeah.
Type thing. Don't worry about it.
That's awesome. Are you excited tonight for sophomore night?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be sad. Even though we're going to playoffs and I get to play with you guys again, it's gonna be sad because it's like our last conference
It's bittersweet.
Game. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna be sad, but I think that we're gonna do good.
Are you telling yourself anything before this game today? Like, do you have any like thoughts before the gameplay, or what do you want? What's something you want to achieve in this game in particular? You want to get blocks or some kills, or?
Maybe go for my kill, like my high.
Your highest?
Yeah, your highest.
Record? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's 17 right now.
Yeah.
So I want to maybe go for 18.
20.
Oh, yeah, make it 20. Why not?
Double digits. There you go.
Yeah, but just play my hardest for this last one and just make it a good one. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us here again on campus with our special guest, Hannah Del Rio. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, my name is Eric Visser. I'm in my 5th year as the athletic director of Solano College. To experience community college and its mission has been an outstanding experience. Solano College has a very rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics dating back to 1947. I'm very proud to communicate that rich tradition is still being continued with fine young men and women that represent Solano College on and off the court. In the fall we have the volleyball program. We have a very successful women's soccer program. We have both men's and women's basketball. And then we transition to 4 programs: baseball, of softball, men's women's tennis, and men's and women's swimming. It is our mission to excel our programs and our student athletes in academics. All of our student athletes are committed to give back to the community. And we would invite you to be a part of Solano College Athletics by visiting our website, www.solanoathletics.com, and you feel a warm welcome at Solano.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
Welcome to TV 55. In this hands-on class at Solano Community College, you will learn all aspects of television production, how to use high-end cameras, lighting, and audio equipment in the field and right here in the studio. Whether you are looking at making better YouTube videos, educational or promotional segments, or finding your creative passion, enroll today. Get an art school education at the fraction of the cost. Visit us online at solano.edu.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of On Campus here on the Solano College Sports Network. We're here in our studio in Fairfield, California today, and we have a special guest with us. We have Justice Armstrong Wilson, guard for the men's basketball team, the Solano Falcons. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule for this quick interview. Appreciate you being here. So let's just start with it. We'll jump right into it. What were your expectations going into this season, whether it was your own individual goals or if you had maybe some team goals? What were those expectations like?
Gotcha. So this year is my freshman year. I'm a freshman year, first year here. So I'm coming from Vannon High School. Last year I played 1 year at Vannon. Transferred to three different schools. So I'm coming from Vannon. I'm a winning culture. So I was trying to come in here and make our team better as much as I can, and you know what I'm saying, just go out there and hoop. That's what I'm here to do. So yeah, basically.
Yeah, Vannon, from my time when I went to Wood, but from the sports battles they've had, I know I went.
Alrighty, and we are back for the second and final half of this game. We're here on the Solano College Sports Network for some men's basketball. The Solano Falcons are up 35-25 as we are about to get the second half underway. Blake Molina joined by Holden Beers, first time in the booth. And Holden, I kind of forgot to ask you as we were ending the half, so I'll start off the half by asking you, what did you like in the second half from Solano in particular?
I liked their aggressiveness on defense, especially on the when Merritt's on the fast break. I mean, Solano was very pesty, if you want to say that.
That is, by the way, perfect word.
Forcing these 13 turnovers and getting points off the turnovers as well. Their 10-point lead is strictly off of their 10-point lead in the points off turnovers. And I think they just got to keep the aggressiveness going, but back off just a little bit because Merritt is getting a lot of free throws. Granted, they're not making all of them, but still, Solano needs to just back off just a tiny bit, but keep that aggressiveness they have in pesty hands, if you want to say that. And, just continue doing what they're doing. I mean, I like what they're doing.
No, and I use the word right, and it's a good word, pesty pest. That has been Solano's defense. I couldn't agree more. Oh, I thought Lady was getting the alley-oop there. And it's going to be a Merritt turnover, so Solano will take over. Real quick, just a quick recap of what happened in the first half. Not the whole first half, but Jeremiah Cardwell and number 21, Mohamed Ziz, got tangled up, and they actually called a flagrant 2 on Jeremiah Cardwell, ejecting him from the game for intentional tripping. So keep that in mind. Kamion Whitaker starting the second half in of Cardwell. And hard foul on number 24, Joshua Palmer. And that was on number 3. And that foul is going to be called on number 3, Jaquise Jones. So we'll set the lineups for you real quick to start this half. Number 3, Jaquise Jones. D'Angelo Chapman. Samo's in there, number 10. Kamion Whitaker, as we talked about, number 15, filling in for the ejected Jeremiah Cardwell. Palmer will make the first free throw. And, of course, the star of the show tonight so far, number 2, Justice Wilson. And for the Cougars. Number 1, Nahom Sahay. 13, Kamani Lady, who is the leading scorer with 10 points for Merritt. Joshua Palmer, who was just shooting free throws as he makes both. Mohamed Aziz and number 14, Will Comerford, make up Merritt's starting 5. Or excuse me, the lineup to start the half. Wilson, a 3 with a defender in his face. Short. Whitaker cannot get the rebound. Comerford comes up with it. Palmer is pushing. And they are going to call a blocking foul that is going to go against Jaquise Jones. Oh, I'm sorry. Not against Jaquise Jones. Against number 1, D'Angelo Chapman.
Yeah, this is not what Solano wants to start the half right now. They already have 3 fouls in the first minute of the half. I mean, it's hard because Merritt is a very tall and lengthy team, like we've been saying. But like, once again, I mean, Solano can play pesty without fouling. And I think that's all they've got to do to keep this lead.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And even though we just started the first half, like you just said, Holden, we have a quick Solano substitution. D'Angelo Chapman, number 1, is going to take a quick seat and number 11, Ray Holt, will check in. Turnover there from Palmer, so Solano will take possession and bring up the ball. Wilson, up to Samo. Ray Holt, Jaquise Jones, top of the key. Good screen from Whitaker. Jones thought about the step back too. Samo. Gave him a little bit of elbow. I think Sahay flopped just a little bit in that, but nonetheless, got to call it as you see it. So that'll be a Solano turnover. Merritt will take over as we are just about 2 minutes into this second and final half. Again, thank you for joining us, whether you're joining us for the men's game or you've been with us since the women's game. We did have a double header tonight as the women's team was victorious against the Merritt team. A 21-point win for the Lady Falcons. We'll see if Solano can come up with a W. Mohamed Ziz, nice little spin move in air as Whitaker was coming for the block and he missed it but finished.
Interesting what Merritt's doing right now. They're keeping a kind of 4-out offense to keep their guys on the three-point line. Maybe trying to force Solano's defense to go on the outside and get someone open on the inside. Like right there, they had Ziz open on the inside and he got the layup.
Travel on Wilson leads to, you guessed it, another Solano turnover. Comerford, number 14 for Merritt, was there to help with that turnover. Good pass by Palmer. Lady three-pointer way too strong. Whitaker, good block. Comerford, tough finish and take. He did not finish. Wilson's gonna push it. And Wilson upset with that one. Sahay's gonna take the charge. That's his third taking charge of the game. And we still have 17:33 left. I wouldn't be surprised if he got one more.
And that's the second one of this half, and it's just started. I mean, he's either flopping or just doing a really good job at getting set and taking those charges.
I don't know. Well, okay, this one for sure, he took the charge.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
Maybe the second one he had was a little bit of his first one was, he took that like a man. You know what? I can't be mad at that. Lady turns it over into the hands of Whitaker. Also, before that turnover, Solano made a sub as Wilson is out and the sniper, Matthew Elliott, is in. He is kind of struggling tonight as he is one of four from three-point range tonight. And we're going to have a Merritt timeout. Solano up 35-29. We have 17 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in this game. This will be our final game of the night.
Going back to number 21, Elliott, I mean, he may be 1 for 4 right now, but sometimes it seems like whenever he gets going, it's that second half, like, that jump start from halftime, and he'll make like 4 in a row, and then he'll be a star of the game. So I mean, anything could happen with him.
Yeah, Elliott kind of has his shooting slumps and his shooting highs. Right now he is in a little bit of a slump, but like you said, Holden, and I couldn't agree more. You know, keep shooting those shots. They're gonna fall. I mean, you can have your nights where you struggle. Don't get me wrong, but they're gonna fall. And I can see him making at least 2 more.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a really quick whistle. I'm sorry, I kind of reacted weird. It happened. He literally got. They gave Holt the ball. He literally kind of did the smack thing to kind of get everybody ready, and
yeah,
they blew the whistle.
Yeah, I mean, back to Elliott. I mean, I like the old saying, "Shooter's gonna shoot." I mean, that's exactly what he does. So
no, that was
as long as he keeps doing that, so he'll be good.
Yeah, very well said. As we're about to hit the 17-minute mark. And this one, Solano moving the ball around. 12 seconds left on the clock. Whitaker! Oh, you fancy, huh? The Euro step left-hand finish over Ziz, and he's going to talk a little trash about that one.
Since coming in for Cardwell, he's been very good on hustling on defense, putting his hands up against a very tall Ziz. I mean, he's been playing really good filling in for Cardwell.
Yeah. Oh, man. Lady missed that one, and it had a weird bounce. Ziz got the offensive rebound and put it back, and now he's going to go to the line for a chance at a 3-point play, and they are cutting into this deficit. As it is 37-31. Solano still has the lead, but kind of barely hanging on. Merritt is fighting back. Well, folks, join us after this broadcast ends. We will have our next broadcast. It'll be another doubleheader as the Falcons will play host to Mendocino. Both the women's and the men's teams will face off against Mendocino. The women's will start it off at 5:30, and then the men's game will follow right after 7:30 start time. So right back to the action, just about a day break, and those games and broadcasts will take place on the 5th of January, which is this Friday. Women's game starts at 5:30. Matthew Elliott hitting a 3, and a much-needed one as that wakes up Solano, and hopefully that'll wake up their offense a little bit as they've been kind of in a slump. 40-32, Solano has the lead.
I mean, he just got the ball and shot it. I mean, that's what he does all day. Even if he's been missing, he'll still shoot it. And that's what I love from him.
If we were playing 2K, he would have a Hall of Fame catch and shoot badge, let me tell you.
Hall of Fame catch and shoot and Hall of Fame limitless range.
Okay, that one's a good one too. I was gonna say gold corner specialist too.
Oh,
there
yes.
was one game, not this semester, about last semester. He was in that corner right here closest to us that we're staring at directly. Obviously they can't see, but what we're seeing, 3 in a row. Just every time down the floor, he ran to that corner, 3 in a row. So he would have a lot of good shooting badges. He would be a good 2K player to use for sure, for shooting. Merritt at the line. This is Higgs. Making both free throws, and that cuts the lead down to 6. And I apologize. It was Hicks. I said Ix. My apologies. Hicks making both free throws.
I'd like to see Merritt keep Hicks in some more.
Matthew Elliott!
He turns it on. He just turns it on.
Someone might need to turn on the sprinkler system sooner than later. Quick stoppage by the refs. I believe, I think the refs, and not just these, I'm talking refs in general, have kind of their own communication or language, because there's times where we really wonder what the heck is going on. You know, like right there, what are you guys talking about from that far? Like, blow the whistle, inbound the ball. What are we talking about? Like, respectfully. Nice pass by Ziz, but a nice finish, too, by Rockefeller. And I still like that last name a lot, by the way. That's a very cool last name.
Yeah, that's what Merritt needs to keep doing, is just find guys open in the post. That's what they like to do. They're a big, tall team. I mean, they're not really a three-point shooting team, and that's what they were forced to do in the first half, and also have to shoot free throws, which they also weren't very good at in the first half. They need to keep doing that stuff in the post like they just did.
8 seconds on the shot clock for Solano. Nice pass by Samo and a tough finish by Whitaker, but nonetheless, points are points, however you get them. 45-36, Solano, 9-point lead.
Whitaker once again stepping up for Solano with Harwell missing.
Yep. I like, regardless of the situation, I always love when a player steps up for a key player missing. Because Cardwell, he doesn't show it on the offensive end, but this is a key player for this team. He brings energy, he brings hustle, and he brings defense. He crashes the boards, putbacks. I mean, you know, he's not going to go down and make 3 threes like Matthew Elliott, but Cardwell is going to always offer you something. So for Whitaker to come in and replace a pretty good, pretty big piece for this Solano team, he's doing a phenomenal job. Good ball movement from Solano. Samo is going to take it himself. He's going to miss. I think he should have been fouled, but I guess not. Mohamed Ziz is pushing. And turnover into the hands of Whitaker. Wow, Whitaker threw a dart to
yeah, that was a wicked
Samo.
pass.
Elliott a 3! Short this time. Jarquise Jones, the tip.
Nice effort by Jones right there.
Good tip, and this Solano crowd loves it. We got some fans up in their seats. 47-36. Solano has the largest lead of the night as they are going to call Samo for the blocking foul.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Elliott making those 2 threes. I mean, it's really turned on the whole team. His flaming fire that's coming from is just spreading to the entire team.
Yeah. Yeah, really kind of a rejuvenation for not only himself because he was missing, but for Solano and their offense. Couple of substitutions as we see Whitaker and Samo come out of this game. Trey Knight and number 4, Miles Gunther, are checked back in. And substitution for the Cougars as well. Actually, a couple substitutions. Will Comerford comes back in for Rockefeller. And Nahom Sahay is out. Nick Mangrim will come back in for Merritt. He wears number 2. Josh Palmer at the line. Goes 2 of 2, excuse me. Cut into the lead here. Solano's only up by 9. That was another heat check shot by Elliott. So he's kind of cooled off now. 13:34 left to go. Final half of this game. And that was a tough shot by Mr. Palmer.
Yeah, that was a nice take by Palmer. He just got the ball, and he saw the mismatch was there. He had the size difference, and he just shot it and made it.
Yeah, Mohamed Saziz always, subbed out. And no call there. Gunther. Oh, what a move. He just couldn't finish, but good move nonetheless. And yeah, that is, I just had to get some clarification. But yeah, checking in for the first time for Mohamed Ziz for Merritt, number 25, Finley Reed, who's getting his first minutes in this one. He checked in on the last whistle. Miles Gunther going to go to the line to shoot 2 after almost getting that 3-point play. The freshman out of Richmond, the 6'2" guard, will miss the first. Couple more subs for Merritt. A very quick break. A very quick break for Sahay as Nick Mangrim will take a seat.
This is what Solano needs to continue doing. Draw fouls is the first between Merritt and Solano has been key. What's keeping Merritt in this game right now?
Yeah, Eli Hicks also checking back in for Merritt. 3, Katie on Merritt moving. Hicks. Comerford gonna take it himself on Gunther. He's gonna miss. Finley Reed the rebound. And in short time, Reed's gonna get a rebound and a chance at his first points of this game and to cut Merritt's deficit to 6. Solano making a couple substitutions. Chapman and Matthew. Oh, no, never mind. We're gonna have to wait on those substitutions. My apologies. We'll wait on those substitutions, but we'll set the substitutions for you. Chapman and Elliott look like they're going to be the ones subbed out as bank is open still late, apparently. As Whitaker and Ray Holt are going to check back in. Yeah, Elliott and Chapman out. Whitaker and Ray Holt are in.
Yeah, I think Solano likes having Whitaker in with one of their bigs, whether it's Ziz or Reed in at center for them, especially because the height difference isn't as big of a margin when they have, say, Elliott in.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's about, you got to. All right, they're going to call a lane violation on Merritt, so even though they missed the free throw, it doesn't matter. Solano is going to get the ball and inbound it. 12:37 left to go. Trey Knight, nice pass to Holt. Miles Gunther. Jones, top of the key. Whitaker, the screen on Lady. Trey Knight, shake and bake, young fella. Nice left hand as well. What a tough finish for Mr. Knight. Oh, my. Oh, no, I don't agree with that. No.
Back to that offensive possession, Knight had a great first step on that defender, and Merritt didn't have anyone in the post to block that, and he just took it up and had a nice little layup for him.
Yeah, my apologies. I kind of overreacted a little bit. That was just a really, from what I saw, ticky-tacky foul.
Yeah.
I mean, Trey Knight was just running back on defense, and then the dude ran into him. I don't really know how you can necessarily call anything on that, but, I mean, I guess you have to. It must be in some referee handbook. I'm not too sure.
And that also puts Merritt into the bonus already with 12 minutes to go.
Everything has a purpose in life, whether it's something big or something small. So we'll see if that bites them in the butt later on for Solano. Nice pass to find Gunther. He cannot finish, though. That's kind of one of the things I've addressed with Gunther is he's a very high motor player and energizer for the bench, but he kind of sometimes plays a little too wild where he kind of needs to slow it down and calm it down a little bit, but he's got a lot of good tools, and he is, besides that, I mean, he's a player you want on your team just because of that high motor.
Yeah, he definitely does have a high motor for what I've seen from him, especially with this limited playing time tonight. I mean, he had that almost and one where he got fouled, and he got up. I mean.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, he rose for it, and you know what? It was kind of one of those things where it rimmed out. He probably should have made. Probably should have went in. It just kind of unlucky for him, unfortunately. 8 seconds to go here. Jones is going to work with the clock. Nice pass to find Gunther. Tough finish. You know what? I respect the effort. That's a tough finish. Good defense from Knight and Ray Holt together. They collapse on Sahay. Knight, oh, he wanted it. Landy closed out on him at the right time, though. Nice move. Jaquise Jones. It's got Sahay, a little one-on-one.
For it.
Knight a three! Too short. And yeah, that's going to stay with Solano. They're going to call, Whitaker was getting his jersey pulled. So they're going to keep it here. That's going to be on number 25, Finley Reed.
Yeah, I like the fire from the freshman right there. I mean, he was in the corner just calling for it, even though he had just a little. Look at him.
He got blocked that time. But right back. Oh, nice finish.
I mean, he's on fire right now. After he missed that three, he wanted that three so bad. I mean, I like the fire he's playing with right now. I love it.
I like that too, especially as a freshman trying to earn your way, earn yourself in the rotation. Still, Jaquise Jones. Nice finger roll for the finish. 54-42, Solano, 12-point lead. We got about 10:50 left to go.
Great defense here by Solano towards the middle of this half. I mean, that's what they need to keep doing, playing pesty defense like we were talking about.
Yeah, Landy kind of shaking and baking. He shook Jaquise Jones, kind of blew by him, but unfortunately he shook himself too, and he turns it over. Merritt now up to
Yeah, it seems like Solano's got ladies' number, I mean, tonight.
Yeah.
He hasn't been able to do much.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say before the announcer and all the whistles were going crazy, I believe Merritt called a timeout, but the turnover department, Merritt, 19 turnovers compared to Solano's 10. Obviously, that's a big, that's kind of a reason they're down, but also the big one, I think, is this number, the points off turnovers. 8 points for Merritt, 22 for Solano, a 14-point differential, and that is why this team has the lead right now, along with some other stuff, too. But for the most part, the points off turnovers is the story.
Yeah, I mean, Solano's a very fast-paced team, and when they get those turnovers, they're going to be on a fast break almost every time, and they'll have numbers, especially against a bigger, slower Merritt team. And when they have numbers, they're most likely going to score. And that's where all these points off turnovers are coming from, and especially when Merritt already almost has 20 turnovers, and we're halfway through the second half.
Yeah, exactly. Solano, Merritt 19, Solano 10. We got about 10 minutes left. Like you said, Holden, we're at the halfway point. And, another story, too, to give Solano is, I was going to say bench points. They're up 25-10, but also, as I was kind of going through, too, points in the paint, 24-14. They have, 10-point differentials in most of these categories. That is why Solano has this lead. Of course, some other things, adjustments, defenses, etc. But, when you have a 10-point differential in a good amount of the categories, especially the scoring categories, you should come away with the win, but also be winning the game, as Solano's doing. So as long as they keep up what they're doing and keep this lead and don't let it get away from them, I mean, wow, what a move. He kind of hung in midair. Miles Gunther, the left-hand layup. Wow.
That's his athleticism right there. He's been doing that. He just hasn't been able to have it fall, but there he gets it to fall, and that's a nice little jelly layup, as I like to say.
Yeah, I was mid-conversation, but, man, that move was beautiful, and I love the hang time. Lady 3, he's been struggling. Misses. Jaquise Jones is pushing. 3 on 1. Oh, wow, blocked by Lady on Trey Knight. Way to get it back. And it's going to go to the Cougars.
Yeah, Lady, I mean, he got that block, but he still seems very unhappy with how their team is performing, especially with how he's performing too. I mean, he had a wide open three right there and it just can't land. They're 1 for 7 from the three. I mean, all their points are really coming from the free throws right now, and they just can't really get anything going on offense besides when they draw a foul.
Yeah, I mean, Merritt 23 of 32 from the free throw line as they turn it over to Solano. 72%. Solano 9 of 12, 75%. Both teams making a living at the line. Jaquise Jones, the rainbow. I believe someone left the door open. Ray Holt tried to save it, and it'll go to the Cougars.
Taking up the ball for Merritt is number 1, Sehi.
Wow, they called a foul on Jaquise Jones.
Yeah, foul on Jones right there.
That's another
ticky-tacky call right there.
And you know what? That first one was on him too.
Yeah. And he will now be subbed out for Samo. And now he just got a tech. Maybe for some extra talking after the call to the ref. I mean, we don't know what he said, so.
I understand, but I don't know. I kind of feel like these referees are a little bit softer than normal referees. We've seen a lot of weird kind of referee huddles over nothing. We saw the yelling from the scorer's table from the inbound line. Unless I literally just kind of looked down for a second to look at the stats, I mean, that was the quickest technical foul I think anyone's ever been called for.
Yeah.
So, again, just some kind of ticky-tacky foul. Solano still has a decent lead, a good lead, excuse me, but a little less on the ticky-tacky fouls, and I think I can go home a happy man.
Yeah, I agree. Palmer at the free throw line makes the first 2, and now he's going to get an extra couple free throws for the foul before the technical foul.
Yeah.
So a lot of points being added on here for Merritt.
Yeah, makes the first. I mean, you can cut it down to 10 if he makes this one.
Yeah. And that's really how they're staying in this game is these free throws. I mean, they've shot nearly 35 free throws this entire game. And he makes the second one. Bring up the ball for Solano is Sam. Passes it to Gunther. He's double teamed. And that's the aggressiveness you were talking about, which is can be costly but can also be good for them. And he draws a foul right there, but that was close to being a turnover by Solano.
You know what? I was before even anything happened and you were talking, I was going to take a breath and say he turned it over because of all the steps, but that foul call bailed him out.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
That's all we'll leave it at. Because if he would have took even another half step, we would have seen the traveling
Yeah.
for sure. No doubt. Wow.
Push it into the key and puts it in. Big body right there for a guy who's not that big of a body.
Yeah.
I mean,
well said. Yeah. For me, it's not even about who's got the bigger body. It's the aggressiveness.
Yeah.
I mean, he came out real aggressive.
Ziz puts it in right there in the key. He had a mismatch.
Kind of a funky layup too. A little
Yeah.
double clutch.
Yeah.
Double clutch.
A little double clutch. Merritt on the press here after Solano inbounds it. Gunther seemed like he kicked it into a Merritt player and it goes out of bounds. Solano ball. Gunther once again was trying to drive in with the ball, being a little aggressive like we've been saying he is. And now it looks like Merritt will make a substitution. They bring out number 24, Josh Palmer. No good on the layup. Good defense there by Merritt. Number 21, Ziz with the ball. Passes it over to Lady. Sehi with the jumper, and he gets it through over Samo.
Tough jump shot.
Tough jumper right there. And once again, Merritt back on the full court press, which seemed to be working for them earlier in the game. Passes out to Gunther past the half-court line, and Lady with his length and gets it in with the layup. That was a great play back and forth by Lady.
That was a nice but tough finish by Lady, but on the defensive end, well done. And man, this press is kind of working.
And he gets the block. I kind of saw that coming. He was waiting for that one. Merritt on the fast break, puts it in. It is number 12, number 14, Comerford. And now Solano turns it over, giving it back to Merritt. Now it's only a 4-point game with just under 8 minutes to go.
I got no words right now. This game just flipped on its head within like a minute or two. I mean, this is like.
I mean, it seems
I
like.
don't want to say this is ridiculous, but this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like 5 minutes ago it was a 12-point Solano lead.
No, it was 5 minutes ago. That's what I'm saying. It's just the switch has been flipped for Merritt. Solano's making a few subs. Wilson back in, Elliott, Chapman. So maybe some
all
new
their
life.
starters.
Some new life. Maybe this will be what they need. But Merritt right now they're cooking with grease.
Yeah.
And a foul call.
Now a foul called on Whitaker. That's another Solano foul. I mean, they're going to get free throws for that, which is just giving them gimme points. And the first free throw is good by Ziz. And Merritt will be making a sub. Subbing out number 1, Sehi. Looks like they want to get some length on the floor. Misses the second free throw, rebounded by Whitaker. Wilson will take up the ball. There, once again, Merritt pressing.
Oh my, almost another turnover. And yeah. Hey, you know what? They better, if I'm Merritt, I'd calm down right there because that same thing happened to Solano and they teed some players up. And Ziz looked like he was about to scream his head off. He's been kind of talking a little bit, but it is what it is.
Inbounding for Solano is Chapman. He turns it over. And Comerford puts it in on the fast break. It is only a 1-point game now.
Oh, man.
This press is working for Merritt.
Everything's just going their way right now on both ends of the floor. Oh, no.
Almost another
one.
Another turnover.
Oh, he was out of, yeah, okay.
And he was out of bounds.
All
yes.
right. Yep. Okay.
But I mean, Merritt's got a lot of momentum right now. Their bench is fired up. It's a 1-point game. We got a game here, folks.
Yeah. What a change of events within the last 4 to 5 minutes. I mean, we were just talking about a 12-point lead. It is now gone, erased, probably forgotten. Now, Solano only has a 1-point lead. They're up 58-57. 6:47 left to go, so the clock is starting to wind down, but there is still time for, Solano to pull away or even Merritt to make a run and take the lead.
Yeah, I mean, Solano, they've just been turning the ball over, I feel like, every possession, and Merritt's taking advantage of it, especially now bringing it to a 1-point game. And Merritt, they're the ones that have been turning the ball over all game, but they've completely flipped the script on Solano. And, the press, I think, has been a really big story for them, and if they were doing that this entire game, they might be ahead right now.
You know what? I couldn't agree more with that. Why they kind of pulled out the press later in the game is kind of questionable. I'll kind of leave that up to the Merritt coach because, again, I'm not a coach. I'm a broadcaster. But, yeah, I think if they were playing how they're playing right now, I would say they would have not only a lead, but the way Solano's offense has been in this time, they might have a pretty good lead, good size lead too.
After the timeout, they now have a reset to get going on offense. That now they have in their stars. I mean, they've got Wilson in it and Elliott, the sniper. Wilson coming with the ball, kicks it out to Samo. And he stepped out of bounds, turning the ball over back to Merritt. Wow. And that was almost a blocking foul on Merritt as well, but he stepped out right before it happened.
Right at the last possible second, Samo stepped out of bounds, and it looked like he kind of was holding his leg or his knee for a second there. So hopefully he's all good and didn't get shaken up too hard.
Comerford taking it up for Merritt. He's guarded by Elliott. Kicks it out to the wing to Thorogood. Lady just misses the floater. Ziz gets the rebound. Fouled before the shot by Whitaker. He will get free throws.
I like the substitution right here that Coach Matt's doing. Chapman out, Trey Knight is in. He was kind of showing that he's got that dog in him. When he gets his time, calling for the three, even though he missed it and was blocked. The left-hand layups we've seen, throw him in there. Maybe he's your spark plug. Or get Elliott going again with the threes.
Yeah, he might light a fire on that defense especially. And Elliott, if he gets going on threes, Solano might take this game away back from Merritt.
Absolutely. Ziz, a rough one on Whitaker as he gets the layup, and Merritt has the lead. They are up by 1.
Wow, I think that's their first lead of the game. And Samo calls timeout by himself. Wow, Merritt is hyped up over there on the bench. Solano on the other side looks a little out of sorts now that they're down by 1 with just 6 minutes to go in the game.
You know what? It's still time left, but as of right now, I'm a little worried about Solano. I feel like Merritt is draining the life out of them. This is one of those games where it literally flipped the switch, and for Merritt, this is I don't know. I'm kind of sure. This was at the, we were talking at the end of the first half how they had the lead. I wouldn't have said this was happening. I felt like Solano, I don't want to say Solano would have cruised to a win because no victory is easy, but I would have said, they have a really good chance of winning. Now, you know what? They could end up losing this game the way they've been playing the last I'll say about 6 minutes. They're throwing away the game.
Yeah.
Right now. I just have to be, I just have to speak what's on my mind. They're throwing it away right now.
Yeah, Merritt is also getting a lot of offensive rebounds over this whole stretch, and they have an 11 rebound total lead over Solano. And then also they're cutting the turnover difference between the two teams because they're making Solano turn the ball over and miss a bunch of bad shots that Solano is taking. That's really what's put them ahead in this game right now.
Real quick, before we go back to the action about the turnovers, you were talking about it a little more than I was, but Merritt had about 18, 20 turnovers just going in the first half. They haven't really turned the ball over. Now Solano's about to catch up with them. They're 5 off. Solano has 15 now. We've seen about, I would say about 3 of them in the last minute.
Yeah.
From Solano.
So it looks like Merritt's gone to a zone because they were playing man-to-man on the Solano offense earlier in the game. They've gone to a zone, and it's been working out for them.
Yeah, I think so, as Wilson.
Oh, man. What a shot by Wilson right there. He just steps back on 1 foot and just swishes it right through the basket, giving Solano the lead back.
Well, difficult shot, but well needed. Lady missing that that bank shot. The bank is not open
and
anymore.
They get another offensive rebound. That's been the story of these last 10 minutes. I mean, Merritt using the size to get those rebounds and getting second chance points.
Size and length, my friend. We've been talking about that all night about Merritt.
Nice steal by Samo.
Yep.
And Wilson taking it up the court. He drives in. Blocking foul on Merritt. Nice take there by Wilson. He's trying to take the game into his hands right now because he knows he's the guy to take the lead back, especially after I don't want to say choked, but they had a 12-point lead, and now it's only a 1-point game.
It's slipping away for sure, but like I'm going to kind of go off what you said about Wilson. Yeah, he's the, he's the star of the show. He's the guy. He averages the most points. He averages 18. He's your focal point of offense. And I'm definitely not saying none of these guys can go out and get a bucket. That is not true. Solano has a lot of guys that are gifted on offense. We've seen Matthew Ellitt's three-point shooting. For example, Miles Gunther's Energizer Bunny type mode along with his offense going is dangerous. Trey Knight, the freshman, you give him a little confidence in a couple shots. I mean, we've seen what he can do. He can kind of catch fire, whether it's from 3 or he's, driving on you. Wilson makes that free throw, so now they have a 3-point lead. But, they have options. But, I mean, if you were to look at a guy and go, okay, who's going to score? I'm going to look at Wilson first. It's not even close. And then after that, we can talk about that. I'll throw Jaquise Jones' name in there. Elliott, of course. Whitaker, in this game has kind of shown he can, maybe we see a little more offensive touches for him depending on what happens with Cardwell. If there's any, I don't think he's going to get suspended or anything like that. I'm not saying it like that, but just, maybe coach says, hey, that outburst wasn't okay. Maybe, he says, let me, you're going to come off the bench. We're going to let Whitaker start. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
If he gets suspended, which I don't think he will, but if he does for whatever crazy reason, that is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Comerford misses the first free throw. Got fouled by Elliott. He misses the second one. Tough break there for Merritt, and it's Solano ball. That would have cut it to a 1-point lead, and he missed both free throws, keeping it a 3-point margin. Elliott passing it in to Wilson. Merritt still pressing.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. Wilson getting double teamed. Almost loses the ball. Finds Knight. Knight pushing into the basket. Steps back out.
Wide open in the corner.
Knight and Wilson kind of just playing a duo right there.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Little two-man game.
Out to Knight for 3. Just short. Looks like a foul was called on Merritt. A loose ball foul called on number 24, Palmer.
Wow, I thought that was actually going to be a late. Okay, yeah, they're going to give it to him. Yeah, I kind of thought it was a little late because it was after the shot and kind of what transpired, but they're going to give it to him.
It should be 1-1 for Whitaker, I believe.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's 1-1. Right. And they're going to substitute Lady back in for Ziz. Looks like Merritt's going for a little bit of a small ball lineup with Lady in at center.
Yeah, Solano getting, I think, a little bit more length on the floor and a little more athleticism, subbing out Knight for number 4, Miles Gunther. Maybe to kind of keep pace with the Cougars.
Yeah. Whitaker makes the first one. He will get a second.
Big free throws right here.
Yeah, big free
You know what?
throws.
Even if you walk away 1 or 2, I still think that's that's cool. But
yeah, it makes it a 2-possession game.
You want obviously you want to make both, but
yeah,
you can't be mad if he comes away with
I want to give
just the
credit to
one.
Whitaker for having a good game all around, filling in for Cardwell.
Yeah, I think he's really I think he's stepped up to the fact where, maybe coach does a lineup change, whether there's punishment for Cardwell or not. Maybe you just decide one game, hey, let's try this. Let's keep Whitaker in as a starting with the starting lineup and go from there.
And Merritt turns it over. Solano with the steal. They're on a fast break, but it looks like they'll slow it down, trying to take some time off the clock with this lead.
Smart. I like it.
Back to what we were saying about Whitaker and Cardwell. I think Solano could try maybe a double lineup with both of them in. Cardwell in at the 4 and Whitaker in at the 5. I mean,
that's a lot of length.
Yeah, it's a lot of length for a smaller team. Elliott for 3, and he hits it in the corner. Like you were saying, he is a corner specialist.
He is.
And that puts them up 7 with just 3.5 minutes to go. Lady with the ball, passes it in, and he trips and turns it over. Gunther on the break. Oh yeah, rim violation. That's going to be a rim violation on Lady. What a play there by Gunther to avoid the block and go up and under. Even though he missed it, I mean, Lady's the one that grabbed the rim. It could have gone in.
Oh, it would have went in.
Yeah.
I mean, he pulled it down right as the ball went around. I saw the way the ball went off the. Oh, there is a Merritt injury. Never like to see that, as that's a Rockefeller. He's limping on ankle, leg. Do hope he's okay. But yeah, no. That was going in. That was going in even without Lady pulling down like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was dumb. But at the same time, like, I feel like that was 2 points regardless. So can't really be too mad at Lady.
Lady with the ball on offense.
Nice hesitation.
He just drives. He's so fast for his size. I mean,
Oh, they just gave Lady a technical.
Wow. Got too hyped up. I mean,
he did. You know what?
Yeah.
That's not bad. You got to call that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. I mean, if you're calling technicals on Jones and all that stuff from earlier,
you got to
call that. Bro
Yeah.
screamed like in somebody's face.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, come on.
That was a nice play there, though, by Lady, as he just took advantage. He's taller than
down,
Whitaker,
too. Yeah.
and he's faster, so he just took off with the hesitation and just slammed it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that was that tomahawk dunk we wanted to see earlier that he missed, and he got it that time. Unfortunately, he had to taunt a little too hard, and that is going to cost him. And you know what? In the long run, that
might hurt him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's giving Wilson 3 points. I mean,
I wouldn't say might. I think it will.
Yeah. And now that cuts it to a 9-point, or that brings it to a 9-point lead for Solano.
Yeah. And they're going to get the ball.
Yeah.
That was really costly.
Inbounding it when it happened.
Yeah.
So costly.
Very costly.
Technical by Lady.
Nonetheless, Solano does have a 9-point lead as they are back to the press.
Foul on Lady now.
Yeah, he's getting frustrated too.
Yeah.
You can tell by his facial expression.
And then now they're going to get more free throws.
Yeah.
Make it a double-digit lead.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if Lady even shows any sign of emotion or kind of gets a little loud, he's going to get tossed. I can tell by his facial reactions and just the way these refs have kind of been with the whistle and the technicals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
could
could
get
see
tossed,
it happen. Yeah.
And Gunther, as all this momentum has been shifting towards Solano, he's been a very high motor for this team, and I like it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you want guys like that.
Yeah.
Solano has players, and it's nothing against any other teams, but Solano has players that you want on your team. You want guys that have energizer motors. Yeah, maybe they're not giving you, maybe they're not splashing threes and giving you like 15 to 20 points a game. But what doesn't show up in the box score is showing up on the court for guys like Gunther, Jeremiah Cardwell, if he's playing. Those type of guys.
Yeah.
You don't look at their offensive numbers and go, oh, he had a bad game because he had 2 points or 0 points, whatever the thing may be. You're looking at him from, the defensive stats and, if you're a spectator in this game, what they really bring. Gunther goes 1 of 2.
Yeah.
But just that type of, he's a great, I like guys with that type of motor.
Yeah, Lady just taking advantage of the size difference right there. He's just so quick for how tall and lengthy he is. I mean,
just because I had the smack on the backboard, I thought for like the smallest second that Gunther blocked him.
Yeah.
And they just called a travel
on Wilson. Yeah, he was trying to break the double team and try to step through it. He might have taken that pivot foot off the ground.
Yeah, Sahay was pressing him pretty tough, but it is what it is. At least, I mean, I don't know.
That's what Merritt needs to keep doing. Force those turnovers on the press. Up and under for
Sahey, nice finish.
Yeah, for Sahey, nice finish right there. Cutting it to a 6-point deficit.
About 2:30 left to go. Play smart. That's all you can do is just play smart. And kill clock.
Samo fouled right there by Comerford. Now bring him to the line for 2 free throws as they're in the double bonus.
I'll tell you what, these coaches on the Merritt sideline are talking quite a bit. I'm kind of surprised they haven't been teed up. Like right there, that's a technical.
Yeah.
That was Solano, that's a technical.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he's still arguing. Look at him. Come on. Tee him up all right. It's like when I was at the Kings game when they put the Suns in. Like Booker was just crying and crying. Obviously, the ref doesn't hear me because I'm far up. But
yeah.
I yelled at the top of my lungs, "Hey, ref, you need to tee him up. He's crying too much."
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm not trying to wish technicals on anybody, but, I mean, it gets to a certain point where you need to shut up and live with the call. You know what I mean? Like,
Samo makes 1 of 2. He missed the first one, makes the second. Bring up the ball is Sehi.
7-point lead. Still, Solano still has a little cushion, but not too much, especially if Merritt hits a 3 right here.
Yeah, I mean, anything could happen. It turned into a missed 3 right there, and he passes up the court. What a pass.
What a dime.
Yeah. Gunther with the ball.
What a dime.
Oh, Samo almost loses it. Lady came up from behind him, surprised him. He got the ball back, gives it to Wilson. Wilson kicks it out for 3. Oh, just so
close.
Just short. And he stepped out as he was trying to throw it back in. That is Solano ball. Good effort there by Sehi. He just barely stepped out. And it'll go back to Solano.
Yeah, Sahey wants that one back for sure, but you know what? Regardless, you gotta take what you can get. So,
yeah.
72-65. Solano in control by 7.
Gunther passes it all the way over to Elliott. He drives in, gets a nice. Oh, it just goes in and out.
Unfortunate. That's all you can say about that. Whoa, yeah. Palmer pushed off, but they're going to call the foul on Matthew Elliott.
Yeah.
Good composure by Elliott not to get, show emotion, get too mad right there, because if that was me in a game like this, I would have erupted.
Yeah.
I would have erupted.
Yeah, that's a close call to make, especially in transition like that. But he will get 2 free throws for that. Could cut it to a 5-point game.
Yeah, these are kind of big free throws for Merritt. But also, too, I would say Solano's next offensive possession could kind of dictate the game.
And he misses the first one. Boy, that huge blow right there for Merritt. Every point counts at this part of the game. Palmer does have 13 points so far in this game. Second on their team to Lady with 16.
Yeah, and Merritt substitution right there, kind of interesting. Sahey out, the point guard of the team, and Ziz comes back in. So they are, this Merritt team right now currently is big and lengthy. So yeah, Solano's got to be careful.
With this press especially.
Yeah.
Samo, nice shot. Nice bounce off of Ziz right there and takes a nice given shot that he can make.
Nice
Puts
move.
it in.
Nice move and patience by Samo.
Yeah. Nice block by Whitaker. Good defense there over a taller Ziz. Boy, Whitaker's been so good on the defensive and offensive end tonight. I love it.
Awesome. You know what? He's just awesome minutes he's gotten. He's gotten tonight. Ziz with the big dunk.
Yeah, Ziz.
But in the minutes he's gotten, he's been awesome. That's what I was trying to say. I was kind of mixing my words. But yeah, he's been awesome in the time he's gotten.
Gunther passing it up to Wilson. He's double teamed. And they will call a foul on Merritt.
Actually, there's a referee disagreement. One called a foul, one called a jump
ball, yeah.
Oh,
they will call it a jump ball. They will call it a jump ball. It will still be Solano ball.
Yeah.
I thought that might have been a jump ball from my point of view, but then I saw the ref call the foul, and I was like, you could give it to him. I mean,
I was going to say, and I don't want to sound biased here, but I felt like just make the, agree on the call, whether it's a jump ball or a foul. I mean, just both agree on the call.
Yeah.
We don't need those kind of disagreements in a close game like this with a minute left. Like, that's stuff you need to figure out in the first quarter or the first couple minutes of the game.
Wilson bring up the ball. He's almost got a screen from Samo. He puts up a 3 and just goes in and out. Almost makes it. Oh, and a steal by Gunther after the rebound by Merritt. Euro steps in, gets fouled hard by Ziz. He'll go to the line for 2. What an effort there on the defensive and offensive end by Gunter.
Yeah, Gunther kind of took an awkward fall. It looked like his back kind of got twisted all around, but nonetheless, good effort, good hustle, nice steal, and go on the line for 2.
Yeah, that hustle will earn him earns him these 2 free throws that could be crucial if he makes them. It'll put him up to an 8-point lead. Only 47 seconds left. Merritt seems to be running out of time. They need to get a 3 or something, but they're not a 3-point shooting team like we've been saying.
Gunther will make the first of 2 as Ray Holt, is going to sub in for Matthew Elliott. 75-68, 47 seconds left to go.
He misses the second one.
Uh-oh. Oh, lane violation.
On Lady,
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, he's getting upset.
Yeah.
So that'll be just one more free throw for Gunther. He can make it. If he makes it, it'll be an 8-point Solano lead.
Just misses.
That's 2 free throws.
Rebound by Wilson, or excuse me, not by Wilson, by Palmer. Palmer for 3.
In and out.
In and out. Nice effort there by Lady to kick it out. Offensive rebounds.
Man, he's been a rebounding machine for Merritt. Good shot by Sahey, but man, Higgs has been a machine.
Yeah, especially right under the basket. He always seems to go up and get it.
Yeah.
Foul called on Merritt as Samo had the ball and was getting pressed. He will go to the line. 20 seconds here. That took off a lot of time between the Gunther's free throws and Merritt's possession.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's a credit to Solano. Just good clock management.
Yeah,
I would say, for the most part. But you know what? Hey, 20.9 seconds left. Samo makes him 7-point lead. I mean, that.
Yeah, Merritt's gonna have to start fouling too. There's no more shot clock.
Yeah, and Lady is gonna take a seat. Lucas Thorgood is gonna go in for him. Samo will make the first.
6-point lead now for Solano.
Depending on Samo makes the second. 7-point Solano lead. 16 seconds left. Clock is ticking. Sahey gets the gets the layup, not the left-hand layup. It was just a regular layup. And they're killing a lot of clock. Wilson is going to get fouled. 10.2 left to go. 77-72. Solano lead as we are in the final seconds of the game. Wilson shooting 2. Makes the first one. That is point number 20 for him. He leads all scores in this game. And number 21, and those could be potential dagger free throws. 79-72. Palmer 3-ball, no good. Sahey rebound. And gets the little friendly roll. 0.9 left to go. And that's going to do it for us. The Falcons are going to win it 79-74. The women's and men's team come out on top as they beat the Merritt Cougars. We had a doubleheader tonight. The women's team won by 20. The men's team, they're going to win by 5 tonight, as it almost got a little rough at the end, but Solano decides to pull through. 79-74, the final score for the men's team. Stay with us. We are going to try to get a quick post-game interview with Justice Wilson, the star of the show tonight. He's got 20. He finished, with 21 points. And like I said, folks, join us on Friday, January 5th. We're going to have another doubleheader, as Solano will play host to Mendocino. The women's will start at 5:30. The men's will follow right after at 7:30. And we're going to have a post-game interview here. I'm going to be joined in just a moment by Mr. Wilson.
What's up, my guy?
How you doing, sir? Put that on. I'll give you a quick sec. Thank you for taking the time. I know this is not your first interview. This is number 2 for you. So, big win tonight. You had a big game, 21 points.
Yeah.
You guys started off strong. Lead kind of slipped away, but at the end, you guys kicked up the intensity, and of course, your team's offense started to kind of get it going. What were some keys tonight that got you guys this W?
Pretty much, you know what I'm saying. I had 4 fouls, so when I came in, I tried to I tried to tell everybody to keep the pace low. You know what I'm saying? We were up I think we were up the whole game.
You were.
So basically, you know what I'm saying, just come in, control the pace. They're going to have to foul if they're going to foul. You know what I'm saying? Go to the contact strong with 2 hands. That's pretty much it, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. And for your next game, you guys play Mendocino on Friday the 5th. What's one thing, either for you or for your whole entire team, you need to work on within those next day and a half for Mendocino?
Man, we need to figure out how to stop fouling, man.
Fouling? Yep.
That's the big focal point for our team. We foul a lot. We're in double bonus both halves pretty early, so we got to figure out how to play defense and not foul. So that's all I got for you, man.
Yeah, hey, that's a great answer, and you know what? I'll leave you at that. I know you're exhausted. You had a big game, as always, Mr. Wilson. Justice Wilson, number 2, joining us. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you as always, and we will see you Friday when you guys host Mendocino.
Yep, all good. We're going to be there.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to get a dub. And we're going to get a dub.
The freshman from Vanden calling the W for this Friday. Well, that is going to be it for us tonight. Again, thank you so much for joining us. We had a doubleheader. It's been a long one. We are just now getting out of here. For all of us here on the Solano College Sports Network, thank you for listening and watching. My name is Blake Molina. Good night, everybody.